Go Green Hawaii is sponsored by the Hawaiian Electric Company. Welcome to Go Green Hawaii. I'm your host, Ted Obringer. Our mission is to educate Hawaii for a more sustainable future, whether that be in reducing our dependence on oil or showing the benefits of recycling. Each week, we will empower you to be more green and protect our beautiful island. Knowledge is the most abundant resource we have on Earth. What we don't have a lot of is space here in our islands, especially for the ever-growing garbage problem. Oahu alone generates 1.6 million tons of garbage a year. We generate the same amount of garbage as New York City. We have just over 900,000 people, and New York has 8 million. The difference is recycling. In this episode of Go Green Hawaii, we're taking you to the Discover Recycling Fair at the Blaisdell Arena. Last year, 4,500 people attended, and they're expecting more this year. This fair is intended to teach about the benefits of recycling, helping schools and organizations learn what they can do to use recycling to raise money, and to promote recycling in the community so we can do more at home. Recycling starts with each of us, and it starts right here. Let's go on in. The recycling fair is just a couple years old and is run by the City and County's Department of Environmental Services. You have your typical recyclers of cans and bottles, but there's also thinking outside the box with interesting ways of recycling our waste.
The purpose of my company is to promote vermicomposting, or composting with earthworms. They're recyclers, and they take all your garbage, all your organic waste, mostly food waste, also a little paper and cardboard, and they process it, break it down, and create a beautiful soil so you can recycle the plant nutrients back to the earth. Food waste, which is really noxious waste, it's awful to have to handle, makes out about 15% of our waste stream. Here on Oahu, we create 50,000 tons of food waste a year, and it ends up either going through the sewer system and polluting the ocean, or it ends up in H-Power, which gunks up the works, or it ends up buried in the landfill. In all three cases, that's a dead end. And when you are vermicomposting, you are actually recycling those precious nutrients, and it makes sense to pull all of that stuff out of the waste stream and manage it right at home with your own colony of worms. So what I do is help people learn how to do it, and I provide them with worms and worm bins. It's very easy to do. So I even have 3-year-old preschoolers who are very accomplished worm composters who are vermicomposting all of their snack waste and then using it to grow a healthy garden. And I think we have a long way to go here in Hawaii before we're doing the right thing. Other places in the world, they've closed their landfill and opened resource recovery facilities. And I think the trick to being real green is to understanding that what we call waste is actually a resource in disguise. And when we learn to regard waste as a resource, we treat it differently, we're really living a green life. And what we do with worms is just a small part of it, but it's a fun and easy part. And I'm trying to get everybody to do it, because if everybody does a little bit, it adds up to a lot.
Waikiki Worm Company has workshops throughout the year with fun, hands-on worm demonstrations. For more information, go to www.waikikiworm.com.
Hawaiian Earth Products was started in 1992, and what they started out doing is recycling all of the green waste and clean wood waste collected from the city and county's recycling program. And currently we keep about 80,000 tons annually out of Waimanalo Gulch, or the landfill. We believe that there's still another 100 to 150,000 tons that can come out of the landfill and be recycled. So we're looking forward to the challenges of getting that to our facility. Well, it's important to Hawaii because we practice environmentally friendly manufacturing practices as a company, and we're trying to preserve the resources of Hawaii. And by taking out 80,000 tons or 160,000 tons of material from the landfill, composting it into a beneficial product that enhances the poor soil conditions in Hawaii naturally, how can you go wrong? Green to me is sustainability, recycling the different materials that we use in our day-to-day life, and incorporate buying those products rather than making new products from virgin materials, and try and complete the recycling loop and preserve the earth. We only have one, right?
For more information about Hawaiian Earth products, go to www.menehunamagichawaii.com. Green waste recycling, or green cycling, holds tremendous potential to reduce our island's waste. Oahu generates 200,000 tons of green waste per year, but recycles only 70,000 tons.
93% of the energy that powers the islands comes from far beyond our shores. We must reduce our dependency on imported oil. But how? The power of our winds, the ocean, and the sun can be harnessed. Our fields can grow crops to fuel power plants. Working together, we can triple the amount of power we produce from clean, local, renewable sources. But to make it happen, we all must do our part. The commitment begins now.